Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Thank you for being with me here today. It's been a long time coming. In the past, I've wanted to talk a little more about this magnificent preamplifier, the Boulder 3010. At an MSRP of $162,000, this is by far the most expensive preamplifier I have ever owned. And let me tell you something, my current stable of preamplifiers is nothing to be ashamed of. I currently own the CH Precision flagship L10 preamplifier. I also own the Solution 727 flagship preamplifier. And last but not least, the Griffin Commander $70,000 flagship preamplifier. I've said it a million times, even while I didn't own this preamplifier, I still believe this is the best preamplifier that money can buy today. And I understand it is probably that price point that very few mortals can afford. Hey, but I'm dedicated to the ultra high end. You know that by now. So this, paired with my flagship Griffin Apex Monos, as well as my amazing Magical Q7, is going to probably blow my mind as well as yours. Now, why don't we get started and show you why I feel this is the best preamplifier that money can buy. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Thank you for being with me here today. Next week is the 2024 Capitol Audio Fest in Rockville, Maryland, and I plan to be there and cover all those rooms that are of interest to me. If you're going to attend the show, please come by, say hello. Don't be afraid of the camera. Walk up to me. If you have any questions for me in regards to your system, I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you, okay? So don't feel afraid, okay, of talking to me. I will be there, and obviously to help cover a lot of the rooms and see what's interesting in this year's Capitol Audio Fest. If you haven't gotten your tickets, I urge you to do so. Okay, Boulder 3010. This preamplifier was born in 2016, so it is an 8-year-old design. However, during my ownership of this preamplifier about a year ago, I have still yet to meet a preamplifier. I have still yet to hear a preamplifier with the level of transparency, speed, nuance, and bass control that this machine, yes, I said it, that this machine brings to the table. And for the record, this is 100% built in the United States of America. At over 100 pounds. This will certainly blow your expectations and then some. So why don't we just unpack it and take a look at it? All right, let's remove the top lid. And inside we get the Boulder manual. Beautiful, nice cover. Boulder manual. It seems to be like leather, okay? Very few brands are doing this. So of course, at $160,000, it better bring a nice manual. In addition to that, this is a real crate, folks, right here. This is a wooden crate. This is what I expect from a preamplifier or any product at this particular price point. Also in a separate box, we have, I believe these are the umbilical cords, okay, that connect the power supply to the main control unit. Let's set that aside. And this is, wow, the heavy power supply. It's about maybe 60, 70 pounds in weight. Let's set that aside. And now let's undo the side. And Now, the moment of truth. Ooh, all right. And you are looking at the most impressive preamplifier, and here it is. The most impressive preamplifier I have ever owned. The Boulder 3010. Absolutely beautiful. So let's just unwrap the 3010. Just really beautiful. Just stunning, man. Just a piece of art, in my opinion. And I know some of you are gonna be, oh my God, this is looking like a ugly robot or all these nonsense. Listen, just be thankful that you're looking at it right now. All right, you're probably never gonna see this component in real life. Most of you will never be able to see one of these things in real life. I mean, this is serious American craftsmanship. Beautiful, beautiful preamplifier. So let's take a look at the rear. So the rear of this world-class preamplifier is separated. You got the left channel here, and you got the right channel. As you can see, completely independent from each other. We have 6 XLRs ins. And also something that you rarely see on any preamplifier out there, 3 sets of outputs. Output 1, 2, and 3. Think about that. 3 sets, so you can tri-amplify speakers if you want to, or you can send, let's say, these 4 to a pair of monoblocks to bi-amplify your speaker, and this third, you can use it for your subwoofers, for example. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous what this thing is offering, okay? In the back, you also see a connection here to be able to pull up the menu on the internet, on a web page, so you can essentially control the volume and all those different parameters. Let's look at the front of the unit. So the front of the unit has a bunch of options, mirror finish buttons. Okay, so you have the, right here is the volume button. So you spin it in circles, left to right. You have the outputs here to control the gain on each particular output that you're using, the ones that I just showed you in the back of the unit. A balance, again, it's basically a knob that you turn, if you can see this, okay? So basically all you do is spin it, and that way you can control the balance left to right. The blend input trims. The input trim, and this is the input trim, which you use to essentially dial in each individual input to your particular volume, desired volume level. Let's say you're listening to input number 1, and that is your turntable. And then input number 2 happens to be your DAC. You would essentially volume level match both sources with this particular feature right here, the input trim. The blend is an interesting one that has to do more with like mono recordings, where you are able to essentially focus the mid-range dead center between both speakers. So this allows you to do just that. There's a lot more information about the blend functionality in the manual, the owner's manual of this particular unit. But as you can see, this is absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. This preamplifier lacks nothing. But let's not forget about the last thing, the remote. The remote is pure aluminum, really heavy, really, really heavy. You have 2 sides to this remote. You have your power button right here. You have your balance right here. You have direct access to all your 6 inputs right here. Mute, display levels, and this soft feature. This soft feature is so that you, let's say, need to take a phone call and you don't want to mute the music completely. You can program this button to lower the volume to your desired volume level so that you can at least have a little bit of background music, let's say, instead of muting the entire system. The other side of this remote has something that you rarely see on any preamplifier remote control, the polarity, reverse polarity. You got the trims, which again, this is to allow you to dial in your particular inputs. You got the blend that I just talked about. and you also have a mute button here and 2 other buttons that you can program. This is a fully feature remote control. Some of these preamplifier brands out there need to take notes. You know, you watch me. Look at this remote from the Boulder 3010 and use it to your advantage. This is what you need to do. This is a real remote. As I said, this preamplifier lacks nothing other than a fat bank account, okay? Nothing. If you own this preamplifier, this 3010, and you're thinking about selling it because you believe in your heart there's going to be something better, I'm warning you right now, don't make that mistake. It's your mind playing tricks with you. Okay? There is absolutely nothing better, in my opinion, at this time than this preamplifier. Okay? As a matter of fact, if you want to get rid of yours, just send me an email. Shoot me an email. I'll buy it off of you. Okay? This is really a preamplifier to keep for the next 10, 20 years. You're not going to easily find a preamplifier that can do what this preamplifier does. I just talked to you about all the functions, the amount of outputs, the construction. It's very heavy, beautiful to look at. No need for you to look elsewhere. I promise you, this can turn an average amplifier into an above average amplifier. It makes amplifiers that are not supposed to sound good sound damn good. That's what this preamplifier does. This is a pure control center. I'm telling you, when I had it about a year ago, I was shocked at what it did with a Parasound JC1 Plus pair of monoblocks. It made them sound like they're not supposed to sound. That's what I like about this product. It's a transformational product. It's a product that will make your system sound like it's not supposed to because maybe your components aren't that great. That's what this thing can do. Absolutely phenomenal, 100% Jay's Audio Lab approved, and yes, built in America. If you like American-built products, this is the poster child for an American-built product, the Boulder 3010. So now the real work begins. I'm going to have to rearrange my racks here in order to make space for these 2 chassis of the Boulder 3010 preamplifier. I am super excited to hear the 3010 with my Apex monos. Who knows? Maybe I do a comparison between the 3010, the Griffin Commander, Solution 727, or maybe even the CH Precision L10. Don't know. Let's see how much time I've got. If you are interested in buying world-class components, visit my website, jaysaudiolab.com. Go there, find something for yourself. Send me a message. Maybe something that I have here that is not listed is available. Email me. Last but not least, I do appreciate your support. I will see you next week at Capital Audio Fest. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.